Hello friends and welcome to YouTube channel Freedom Tech, and in this session what we are going to learn. In this session we are going to use YOLO11 pose detection module, and we will create our own AI workout trainer. So before we move to our practical, friends, if you learned something from our videos, please consider to subscribe our channel. Okay friends, thank you so much, and let's get started. So friends, as I mentioned, today we will use YOLO11 pose estimation module, and then we will detect the key point and we will create voice based AI trainer. Simple. So for that I have created a new repository. I will mention the link. You need to simply copy paste the link inside web browser, and our repository name is voice enable AI trainer. Then go to the code and click on download zip. It will download our zip format repository. So friends, we download our repository. Just open our file manager, go to the downloads. Then this is what our repository. Right click, WinRAR, extract as a folder name. It will extract our repository as a folder. Then go inside folder, and then first we will install packages. So we have our requirements.txt. So let's just open our Thony Python IDE. Then go to the tools, open system shell, and here we want to just open our path, our repository path inside this shell. So just open our repository, come out here, just go here, and then right click, copy. It will copy the path of our repository, open system shell, cd space, press Ctrl+V. It will paste the path of our repository inside shell. Then just hit enter. Now we are inside our repository. Here we will run our command pip3 install space -r and requirements.txt. Just hit enter. It will install all the packages which we need for this project along with Ultralytics. Simple. So we have done with package installation. So now let's just open our main.py code with the help of Thony Python IDE, and here we will use YOLO11 nano module pose.pt, YOLO11 n-pose.pt. And first basically we will use here our USB web camera, but first for creating our code we will use a video file, and the video file I have already mentioned inside repository. So let's just mention our video file name, which is vid.mp4, and then from result model.track, and we are going to pass our frame, and then we will get the key points. So key points. So let's just save the code, and if I run the code, it will start our frame, it will start our video frame. First it will download our model YOLO11-pose.pt, which is our nano model, and as you can see friends, this is the video file which we will use. So first we want to know the key point. So key point which we are going to use for this project. So inside that repository I have mentioned 1.png image. So this is what all our body key points. So we will use a key points which is this one: 5th number, 7 number, 9 number, 6 number, 8 number, and 10 number. This is the point which we are going to use for this project. So 5th one is basically left shoulder, 7 one is basically left elbow, and 9 one is basically left wrist. Same way 6th number is basically right shoulder, then 8 number is basically right elbow and right wrist. So left shoulder, left elbow, left wrist, right shoulder, right elbow, right wrist. This is the points which we will use for this project. So first we need our key point. So let's just call our key point. So we have our key points variable. So simply we can say for key point in key points, for key point in key points, for key point in key points, and then we will say if the length of key points, if it is greater than 0, if the length of key point, if it is greater than 0, simple. So for length of key point, if it is greater than 0, then let's just print our key point. So if I save the code, if I run the code, As you can see, inside shell we have key point. Simple. So now again we will use the for loop. So let's just say here, for point in our key point, for point in our key point, and then we can simply say cx and cy is equal to int, and then is equal to int, and then we will mention over here our point, and from point we will use first value, which is 0, and then we will use next point, int point, and then we will use first value, and now we can simply use this cx and cy, and we can draw the circle on all the point. So let's just say cv2 dot circle, and inside that we want to draw our circle on our frame. So simply mention frame, and then we have our cx and cy. So cx and cy, then the radius, let's just say 4, and then we will mention color 25500 blue color, and because we want to fill our circle, so -1 is there. Save the code and let me close the untitled, and if I run the code, now you will see the point on the body. So as you can see friends, we have our points. Simple. Now we want to know the number of the points, so simply we will use here for I point in enumerate, and we will mention our key point. Now we will get the number for each point, and simply we can use here cvzone.putTextRect method, cvzone.putText and rect method. Then inside that we will mention our frame, then the points. So points is like this way, f, and then inside that we want to mention our I, and then where we want to put our text. So all the points means cx and cy, and 1 and 1. If I save the code, if I run the code, as you can see, now we can clearly see that the points. So let's just stop our while loop. Here I will mention 0. Save the code, run the code. So as I mentioned friends, let me open our image. So this is what our image, and this is what our live frame, not live, basically our video frame. So this one is our 6 number point, this one is our 8 number point, then we have 10 number point, then we have 5th number point, then we have 7 number point, and then we have 9 number point. So 5th number, left shoulder, left elbow, left wrist, right shoulder, right elbow, right wrist. Simple. So now we know the number of our point. So let me close the image file, and let's just stop our frame. Now what we will do for counter, because we will create our counter, and our machine, our AI voice will count when we start the push-up, or we can say when we start the exercise for both hand. So our machine will be count the counter. Simple. So for that, now we will simply mention all the points which basically we want. So our point is basically 5, 7, 9 for left side, and then we will use 6, 8 and 10 for right side. So here simply we will mention if. So let's just first check if it is a line. So we want to start from this line where we have our for. So here I will mention if the length of our key point, if it is greater than 8, then we will mention all the points which we need. So cx1 cy1 is equal to int key point, this key point, so key point, and the first key point number is basically fifth, so mention fifth number point, and from a fifth number here we want to mention like this way, here like this way. From fifth number key point we need first point which is 0, and then we will mention again same way int key point, same fifth number, and this time we will mention first. Simple. So now let's just say over here, let's just copy the circle method, and if I draw here a circle, so because we already drawing circle on full body, so we mentioned the blue color. So here for our knowing purpose that we are highlighting a particular point, so we will mention the pink color for only fifth number point. So if I save the code, if I run the code, friends, here it is. As you can see, I have made the mistake. This is not cx, this is basically our cx1 and cy1. So if I save the code, if I run the code, and as you can see friends, basically we are drawing here, let me check here, the circle, let's just comment this circle method, and I will draw only this circle cx1 and cy1 which is in pink color, and what we will do, because here it is, as you can see we have here circle but there is a pink color text, that's why it's not show. So let's just make a green color, then it will highlight our particular point. So 0, 2, 5, 5, 0. If I save the code, if I run the code, now as you can see there is a green color circle on fifth number. So we are perfectly highlighting our point. So simple. So now same way we want to mention all other points. So let's just copy the same line and only we will change the number of the point. So first one is fifth one, then next one is seventh. So this will become cx2 cy2 int key point number 7, and here also point number 7. Then again copy the code, copy as it is. Then we will mention our next point which is cx3 and cy3, cx3 and cy3, and then point number is basically 9 number, 9, and over here 9. Simple. Then so this is for basically left side, left shoulder, left elbow and left wrist. Now we want to move on with our right side. So let's just copy all the 3 codes lines as it is, and then we will change only the variables. So this will become cx4 cy4 and point number 6 for right shoulder, here also 6, and then right elbow. So right elbow is basically 8. So here also we will mention 8, and then this will become cx5 cy5, and then here we will mention cx6, and then the 9 number will mention 10 number. So 10 number is basically our right wrist. Done. So we successfully mentioned our points. Now let me start here code again. If I save the code, if I run the code, so friends, we mentioned our points: 6 number, 8 number, 10 number for right hand, 5th number, 7 number, 9 number for left hand. Now for creating a counter, we want to know the angle. We want to know the cosine angle. Simple. So for that we will create here a function. So let's just say over here we will create our function. So function name is basically angle. So def angle. So def angle, and inside function we will simply pass our all the coordinates. all the points basically we can say. So here px1, py1, px2, py2, px3, py3, 1 2 3 4 5 6, this points for left side and same way for right side. Now inside that we will mention our method. So method for creating the angle in degree format, we will use here np.array method, then we will use np.dot method, then we will use np.linalg.norm method, and then we will use np.clip method, np.arccos method. Simple. So let's just start first. Mention v1 is equal to np.array, and then we will mention our px1 and py1. So like this way, simple bracket, then square bracket, and mention px1 and py1 minus px2 py2. Now let's just copy the code as it is, copy it, and then only change the variable and the coordinates. So v2, and here we will mention our px3 and py3, and the px2 py2 will be remain same. Then next variable dot product is equal to np.dot method, and inside that we will pass our v1 and v2, as simple as. And then now we will normalize our coordinates. So norm v1 is equal to np.linalg.norm, then np.linalg.norm, so np.linalg.norm, and inside that we will pass our v1, and then just copy the code and only change the variable. So this one v2, and here I will mention v2. That's it. Now here we will mention the condition. If let's just say when we start our camera, if there is no person, it will create the error. For that we will simply mention if norm v1, if norm v1 is equal to 0, or norm v2 is equal to 0, then we will mention return 0, as simple as. Okay, return like this one, return 0, and then we will create our cosine angle. So cos angle is equal to our dot product. So copy the variable dot product space divided by, in simple bracket we will mention norm v1, copy the variable norm v1 space multiply by norm v2, simple. Then again we will mention cos angle. So cos angle is equal to np dot clip, and then inside that we will mention cos angle, and then minus 1.0 and then 1.0, as simple as. That's it. And then now we will get our angle in degree format. So for that again we will use np.degrees method. So return, this function will return what it will return? It will return a degree format angle. So np.degrees, and then np.degrees, like this way, np.degrees, and then np.arccos, and then we will pass our cos angle, as simple as. Now we are ready, and we can simply call our function where we have our all the points. So let's just say here first we will create angle for left hand. So let's just mention the variable left hand angle, simple. Left hand angle is equal to, we want to mention our condition, sorry, not condition, we want to mention our function, and then inside that we will pass our left side coordinates. So our left side coordinate is basically cx1, cy1, cx2, cy2, cx3 and cy3. cx1, cy1, cy2, cy2 first we will mention cx2 and then cy2 and then cx3 and cy3. Now what we will do, we will get our angle. So for that we will put our angle, for our knowing purpose we will put our angle on the frame. So cv zone dot put text rect, cv zone dot put text rect, we want to put the text on our frame. Then what we want to put, we want to put our left hand angle. So left hand angle, copy the variable as it is and paste it here, and then we want to mention the coordinates where we want to put our left hand angle on the frame. So coordinate is basically 50, 60 or top left corner of our frame, and then a rectangle size 2 and our text size is also 2. If I save the code, if I run the code, cos and angle, oh here I think I have mistakenly mentioned a comma. Yes, here I mistakenly mentioned full stop, so I want to mention here comma. So simply let's just start the code, and as you can see this is what our angle. So what we will do here, we will start our while loop, and here we want to know only first points. So like this way I will mention 0f. Now it will show only first values. So friends, watch, for left side we will get the angle, but friends there is some mistake. Let me check here. Left hand angle cx1 and cy2. Oh, as you can see I have made here a mistake, little mistake. First we want to mention cx1 and cy1, so I mistakenly mentioned over here cy2. That's why the value is not perfect. So cx1 and cy1 is our first coordinate, then cx2 and cy2, and then cx3 and cy3. Now if I save the code, now we will get the perfect angle. We will get the perfect angle because the angle here it is, as you can see, 170 is basically for when the hand is completely down. So now we get a perfect angle for creating the counter. Simple. As you can see, when the hand is up we have basically a 0, 1, 2, 3, and when the hand is down we have basically 170, the point basically, or we can say the angle. So now we will use this angle. So let's just create a same way we will create the angle for our right side. So copy the code line as it is, and we will mention over here right hand, and now again same way cx4, cy4, cx5, cy5, cx6 and cy6. Now let's just copy the same cv zone put text rect method, and only we will mention our right side variable. So here instead of left mention right, and here we will mention 15, 160. Now we have basically both hand angle. Watch, here it is, as you can see we have both hand angle. Simple. That's it. Now we have our angle, so now there is no need to put the text on our frame. So let's just comment it because we need our cv zone put text rect method. So let's just comment it. Now for creating a counter, now we have our angle. So with the help of angle we can create a counter. So for creating counter, we want to mention fixed value, which is the up thresh value and down thresh value. So up thresh value, here I will mention up thresh is equal to 150 and down thresh is equal to 90. Up thresh 150, down thresh 90. Now we will compare these values with our angle and then we will get our counter. So first what we will do here, we will mention here our counter and some flags. So let's just say here, first flag for left side we will mention push up. This is just a flag name, you can mention any name. Push up. For left side we will first mention false and then push up right side we will mention false. So this is what our this is what our flags. Simple. And then we will mention our counter. So counter for left hand counter is equal to 0 and right hand counter is equal to also 0. Now we can create our counter using these flags and our counter. So we have our angle over here. So let's just say here where we have our angle, after that we will create our conditions. So let's just say here, if left hand angle, if it is less than is equal to our down thresh, and at that time, because we mentioned push up left false, so at that time and not what is our flag name? Our flag name is push up left, so mention the name, not push up left. I think push up left we mention like this way, push up left. Let me check here, or let's just copy as it is, push up left. This is what our flag for left hand, so we want to mention that over here. Now good. Now if the left hand angle, if it is less than our down thresh and not push up left, first we want to mention our push up left flag true. So push up left, push up left is equal to true, and then we will mention our next condition. So elif left hand angle, if it is greater than and is equal to, if it is greater than is equal to our up thresh. And so now here we enable our flag, so we want to mention elif left hand angle if it is greater than up thresh and push up left is there. Then we will call our counter, we will increase our counter. So our counter is this one, just copy as it is and mention over here, and then we will increase here counter, plus is equal to 1, and then again we will apply the false flag, false. That's it. So now we will get our counter. So here we already mentioned our CV zone put text rect method. So let's just call our counter left hand counter, If I save the code, if I run the code, up thresh, oh there is typo mistake, up thresh Save the code, run the code. Push up left, push up left. Here it is, as you can see, push up left, it says is not defined. So push up left we mention like this way. So here, that's it. Save the code, run the code. Now just watch here, we create a left hand counter. So left hand is basically down first, as you can see. Left hand go up, down, 2. Simple. So same way we will create a counter for right side. So let's just copy our code, copy as it is, and let's just mention, and here only we will change left hand with right hand, and all the things are same, and here we will mention push up right, and here also we will mention push up right, and then here left hand angle we will mention right, and then up thresh and push up right, and then we will mention here right hand counter, push up left we will mention right, push up right. That's it. Now we have our right hand counter also. So simply let's just enable our put text rect method, and here I will mention right hand counter, and we will put the text on our, we will put the counter on our frame 15160. So as you can see friends, now we have both side counter, one for right side, one for left side, 2 for right side, go up, go down, 2 for left side. Done. So we create a counter for both hand. So friends, we have done with both hand counter. Now let's just say if I want to go both hand at the same time, means I will call here a combined counter. For both hand we will count as a 1 set. Simple. So what we will do, let me show you here what I want to mention. I will just stop the while loop. So that's why I have mentioned here a 0. So here right now we have each hand a separate counter, means left hand counter and right hand counter. So let's just say if I want to create the counter for both hands same time. So for that we will create a combined counter. So this is what I call a normal, and then now we will create a combined counter. So for that here again we will mention our if, and if first if left hand angle, left hand angle, if left hand angle, if it is less than is equal to our down thresh, down, if left hand angle, if it is less than is equal to our down thresh, and our right hand angle, also if it is less than is equal to down thresh, simple. And then now because we mentioned the flags for our left hand and right hand, so same way we want to mention the first flag for our combined counter. So here let's just say combine what we call, let's just say only combine is equal to false. You can mention here any names, simple, this is just a variables we can say. So combine counter, combine counter is equal to 0 first. So our flag name is combine, and then combine is combine counter. So here first we want to mention left hand angle if it is less than down threshold, and right angle if it is also less than down threshold, because we are creating now combine both hand counter, combine at the same time. So for that we want to mention both hand at the same time. So now in that time, after first we want to check if our flag is on or not. So for that simply we will mention if not combine, if not combine, if not combine, then first we want to mention combine is equal to true. That's it, combine is equal to true. And then we will create our next condition, elif for first here we mentioned down thresh, now we will mention up thresh for both hand. So left hand angle if it is greater than is equal to up thresh, and right hand angle if it is again greater than is equal to up thresh, then first we will check if our combine is on or not. So for that, because we already on it, so we can simply mention like this way, if combine is there, if combine is there, then we will say combine counter plus is equal to 1, and then again we will say combine counter, yes, there is no problem with variable, we mention the same variable, and then we will say combine is equal to false. Done. Now simply let's just copy paste our CV zone put text rect method, and then we will say here combine counter, and then 160 we will mention 260. Now let's just save the code, run the code. So we stop our while loop, so we want to start our while loop. Let's just save the code, let's just run the code. So watch for combine counter, this is what our combine counter, simple, and this is what our both hand counter. So here it is, you clearly see the combine counter is still 0 because this is not combine action. This is only the action which basically we are doing each hand separate exercise. Simple, each hand one time, left hand counter, then right hand counter. This is not combine action. So now we will start our camera and then we will cross check. Simple. So instead of vid.mp4 we will say here 0, and it will start my USB web camera. So friends, as you can see, this is completely real time. It started USB web camera. I have all the points on my, we can clearly see all the points on body. And now we have here left side counter, right side counter, and at the end we have combine counter. So first let's just say right, left, we successfully increase the counter. It's perfectly working, but as you can see the last one is still 0 because this is not a combine action. This is not combine action. But now if I up my both hand at the same time, up, this is 1. As you can see, this is 2, combine action. This is 3. This is 4. Simple. So you can see clearly now we create here a combine counter. We can simply exercise our both hands at the same time also. So this is what I call a combine counter. Simple. So it's perfectly work, friends. Now what we will do, so now let's just say I want here a speak function for adding the voice for counter. For that we mention here pytts3 threading queue method. Simple. So now we will create here a function for speak method. So let's just say here we have our angle. So first we will mention here def, and then we will mention speak, def, speak. But first we want to call our pyttx3 then q also. So for that, here first we want to mention engine is equal to our pyttx3 dot int. Simple. Engine pyttx3 dot int, and then we will mention voices is equal to engine dot get property, p capital, engine dot get property. So p is basically capital, and inside that we will mention voices, as simple as. And then now we have our engine, so we can simply say engine dot set property, again p capital, set property, engine dot set property, then we will mention rate 150, and then we will mention engine dot set property, then we will mention voice, and the voice which we will use here, first one voices, and then first voice, and then dot id, voices and first one and dot id. Now we can simply create our first, or also we want to mention over here, because we will use here queue method, so we want to mention the queue method also. So here after engine we can say speech queue is equal to q dot q capital, q, like this way. Speech q is equal to q dot q. Simple. Now we can create our function. Let's just say def speak, and inside that speak, what we are going to pass? We will pass our text. So for that, text, and then we will pass the text inside queue. So for that we mention over here speech queue. This speech queue is basically our queue module, this one, import queue. So we can simply mention over here speech queue, just copy the, like this way, just copy as it is, speech queue dot put, and inside that we will pass our text. That's it. Now again we will create a new function which is def worker speak, and now we can simply mention, because we want to create the speak function for while loop. So while we are calling our speak method in while loop, so while true basically, and then text. What is our text? Because we are passing our text here, we are putting our text inside speech queue method. So now we want to get our speech, we want to get our text from speech queue method. So for getting the text, we will mention here text is equal to speech queue dot get method, and then we will mention if text is none, simply break the while loop, break the while loop, and then we can simply say engine. Now we have our text. Now the text we have from our speech queue, we want to now pass that text inside our engine. What is our engine? Engine is our basically pyttsx3. So engine dot say, and inside that we will mention text, and then engine dot run and wait. That's it, engine dot run and wait. And then we will mention here a threading method. So threading method we will mention over here. So let's just say threading dot not dot, basically threading commands is equal to, or we can simply, you can mention here only thread commands is equal to threading dot thread, and then inside that we want to mention our target. What is our target? Our target is basically our worker speak function. Just mention over here worker speak. Then daemon is equal to true. T is basically capital true, and then dot start. That's it. So now we are ready, and we can simply call our speak function where we have our counter. So here first let's just cross check. We will only mention the text. So here let's just say we have our, this is what our left side, yes, this is what our left side counter. So here I will mention speak, and let's just say welcome. Now I will start the code, and now again I will mention here a video file. So here vid.mp4, this is what our video file name. If I save the code, if I run the code, threading is not defined. Okay, no problem. I think there is a typo mistake, or threading is not mentioned. So what is the threading? Yes, I said there is a typo mistake. So threading dot thread. Let's just start our code. Now there is no voice basically. Let me cross check what is the issue. Worker speak daemon, inside shell there is no issue. So speak welcome. Let's just start the code.
Welcome.
Yes, as you can see, there is a welcome voice, because when we
Welcome.
here it is, as you can see, welcome. When we have complete counter, then it's basically say that the welcome. Now it means our function is perfectly working, friends. Our function is perfectly working. Now we want to instead of our welcome word, only the word, we want to mention our counter. So let's just say here I will mention like this way, f, and then we will mention left, like this way, left, and then we will mention this is what left counter. So our counter is left hand counter. Copy it, mention here, and then we will here we will complete like this will go here inside this, and then this will go here. Now if I save the code, if I run the code, watch, when we have left hand counter, there is a voice.
Left underscore hand underscore counter.
Okay, as you can see, but there is some issue. Let me cross check. There is issue with this colon. I think there is first a single colon, then we have left, and then we have here double colon. Here we will mention double colon, not inside. If I save the code, if I run the code now, when we have left counter, there will be a voice for counter.
Left 1.
Left 1. As you can see, left 1. Now left 2.
Left 2.
Left 2. So now friends, we have the voice for counter. So let's just copy the method, copy, and we will mention the speak method for each, for both hand basically. So here right, and then the right hand counter, and then we will mention a combine counter. Copy as it is, and here also combine. So now what we will do, we will simply start our camera, and then we will cross check if our voice perfectly work. So friends, as you can see, I have started our camera. Now
right 1.
Right 1.
Left 1.
Left 1.
Right 2.
Right 2.
Left 2.
Left 2. Let's just go with both hands.
Right 3.
As you can see.
Left 3. Right 3.
So what's
right
basically
4.
happening, because we
Left
copy
4.
paste, I think
right
there is
4.
we want to mention the combine. So I think we mention here it is, as you can see, because we copy paste the method. So here we have right, but this is what our combine. So combine, and then here we will mention combine counter. Now again we will save the code, start the code.
Right 1. Left 1. Combine 1.
As you can see.
Right 2. Left 2. Combine 2. Right
it's
3.
Perfectly counting.
Left 3.
Because
combine 3.
Because friends, because same time we are counting both hands, and because same time we are basically counting each hand separately. That's why there is some false count, but we will solve this problem also, because we will create the mode. We will create here a mode. So when user will say basically, let's just say I want to go as a normal mode. So normal mode means left hand, right hand, normal push up. And if user say combine, then it will start combine mode. Simple. So basically we will create here a mode. So friends, we will create our mode, but first we will mention speech recognition method. So let's just create here a speech recognition function. So we have your speak function. So first we will say def listen commands, def listen commands. So this is what our function, because our computer, our machine will be listen our commands. For that I have mentioned the listen commands. You can mention any name for the function. So we have already mentioned, we have already import our module. As you can see, import speech recognition as SR. Simple. And then def listen commands, and then we will mention recognizer is equal to SR dot R capital recognizer, SR dot recognizer, SR dot recognizer. Then we will mention our mic. So mic is equal to sr dot microphone, sr dot microphone. Recognizer is equal to sr dot recognizer, mic is equal to sr dot microphone. And same way we want to listen in while loop. So for that we will mention over here a while loop. So while true, and then we will try. So for that we will mention try with mic as source, and then we want to remove noises. So we will use recognizer dot adjust, adjust for ambient noise, and inside that noise from our source. That's it. Now we will simply mention here print. Now here it will be listen. So here we will mention listening, like this way, listening. And then now we want to mention our audio. So audio is equal to recognizer, our recognizer dot listen, and we are going to listen from our mic. So our mic is basically our source. And then now commands is equal to recognizer, recognizer dot recognize, command is equal to recognizer dot recognize, and we will recognize from Google. Inside that we will pass now our audio dot lower, and then we will print our commands, and then here we mention a try. So we want to mention accept, check if it is in line, accept. What we will mention, we will simply mention here error. So sr dot unknown value, v capital, u capital, unknown, v capital value, error, e capital. That's it. So escape sr unknown value error, and then we will print the error. Let's just say could not understand audio, could not understand audio. That's it. Now friends, because here we are using the while loop, we have already while loop for our frame OpenCV. So we want to again create here for this function also we will create a separate thread. So it will work as a separate thread. So when we have separate thread, so it means our live detection will work smoothly. So for that we will mention again thread, as we already mentioned our speak as a thread. So same way we will mention our listen command as a thread. So let me paste the same method, only we will mention thread commands 1 threading thread, and here we will mention our function name. So our function name is listen commands. Copy it, and then here just paste it. Simple. And now what I will do, I will mention over here 0, and if I save the code, if I run the code, because I think we mention here a listening, so we will get the message listening, and then we will get the commands, means we will, what I will speak inside shell we will get in the text format. And because we have speak function, so let's just mention here speak commands, commands, speak commands. Save the code, run the code. So hello.
So.
As you can see, it says so, and there is a listening. There is a listening. Hello.
As you can see, it's so, and there is a listening. There is a listening.
Simple. So our speech to text recognition method is perfectly working. Now, as I mentioned, friends, we will create here a mode. So if I speak normal, it will start a both hand counter. If I speak combine, it will start a combine counter. Simple. So let's just create here first a mode function, def set mode. This is what our function, and inside that we will pass new mode, and then we will create global mode, and then we will mention mode is equal to new mode, that's it. And when we start our code, at that time first we want to mention mode is equal to 0. So here mode is equal to none. Then now where we want to mention our mode names, because we will mention our mode with the help of speech recognition method. So inside our listen commands, this is what our commands. So here I will mention the commands. So now there is no need to mention speak and commands, only we will mention our mode names. So if normal in our commands. Why? Because this command is basically our text. So first we will speak our command, then with the help of this recognizer.recognize Google will convert our speak into text, and then this text is basically now our commands. So commands, if the normal text in our commands, and then we can say commands if normal in our commands, we want to print, for our knowing purpose we will print, or because we have our speak function, so there is no need to mention print, we will mention speak. What? Speak normal mode started, and then same way just copy the code, copy it, and we will mention here elif combine in commands, speak combine mode started. Done. Now we have our conditions. There we want to mention our mode. So here if length key point, here also now we will mention mode. So let's just say like this way, if mode and length key point, then we can simply say over here, here we have right hand angle and all these things. After that we can say if mode is equal to normal, because we mention here normal mode. So when our speech recognize we speak normal, then it will start normal mode. So if mode is equal to normal, then we will start our normal counter for both hands. So this will go like this way. Check if it is in line. This if will come over here it is in line now. Then this push up will, let's just say over here, then this elif go here, then right here, then push up right will come over here. That's it. So because when we say normal, we want to count both hands. Now after that, this is what our combine counter. So here I will first, we want to check, as I mentioned, always check if it is in line or not. So here we have our if mode method. So this will come over here. Elif mode is equal to combine. Mode is equal to combine, then we will start our combine counter. Then this peak will be go over here. Done. And then we are going to put the counter. For putting the counter on the frame also we will use our mode. So here let's just copy all this counter, cut it and just come over here, here, and we can say if mode is equal to normal, if mode is equal to normal, then we will put the both hand counter on the frame. Then we will put both hand counter on the frame, and then elif mode is equal to combine. Elif mode is equal to combine, then we will put our combine counter on the frame. That's it. And remember one thing, friends, when we say that we want to start normal mode, at that time we don't want to up our combine counter. So if mode is equal to normal, we will simply say combine counter is equal to 0. And when we have combine counter, here we have combine counter, we will say that our right hand counter and our left hand counter, just copy it, left hand counter is equal to 0, and then same way right hand counter also 0. Done. So now we will cross check if our all the functions perfectly working or not. Let's just save the code, and first we will check. We mention here our camera. Yes, we already mentioned our camera. Let's just start our code. There is error if left hand. This is basically a line error. So we have error in line 114. So 114 here. Yes, this combine will come over here. Here, now it's perfect. Save the code, run the code. Right hand counter also there is a line error. 125. Yes, this peak will go over here. As I mentioned, check always if the code is in line. Now there is no error. As you can see, we started our frame, but our frame, because I think we mentioned here 0, so that's why there is no while loop. If I save the code, if I run the code, now it will start our while loop. So friends, as you can see, now there is no counter, there is nothing, because we create the condition if we speak normal, then it will start a normal mode. So let me speak here normal. Normal
mode started.
So friends, normal mode started, but there is no counter on the frame. Let's just cross check what is the issue. So friends, issue is what we mention here our commands and what our machine want to speak, but we not mention when we speak a normal command what basically we want to apply. So here we want to mention our set mode function, then it will start our set mode function, and then it will start our particular mode. Means if we say normal, then we want to mention here set mode, and inside that we want to mention our function. So set mode, let's just say I will mention like this way here. set mode, so normal, and then we will say here a speak function, and then we will say set mode, and inside that we want to set a normal mode, so normal, and then normal like this way in single quote, and then when we speak a combine, we want to mention set mode in bracket, we want to mention combine. That's it. Now if I save the code, and now we will cross check. So friends, as you can see, but we want to mention here our while loop also. So let's just scroll down, and here I will mention 1. It will start at our while loop. Save the code, run the code. So friends, as you can see, it started our while loop, but there is no mode. We want to speak a normal mode or combine mode. So normal,
Normal mode started.
as you can see friends, we started our normal mode, and then we have both hand counter on our frame.
Left 1. Right 1. Normal mode started. Left 2. Right 2. Left 3. Right 3. Left 4. Left 5. Left 6. Left 7. Right 4. Right 5. Right 6.
Combine,
Combine mode started. Combine 1. Combine 2. Combine 3. Combine 4.
so friends, as you can see, our both mode is perfectly working. Only what I will do here, because when we start our combine mode, there is no normal mode. So here use on put text rec method, there is no counter on the frame for both hands. So we will say here 50 and 60, because there is no both counter. So we will simply mention our combine counter top left on the frame 50 and 60. So we have done with our both modes. Now friends, I just want to say here stop, and when I will say stop, it will quit our application. So friends, for that again we will go in our speech recognition, listen commands, and here I will say elif stop in commands, stop in commands, speak what we want to speak. We want to speak like this way: take care and goodbye sir. Take care and goodbye sir. When we speak a stop, it will stop our mode. So stop, speak, take care and goodbye sir, and then we will say set mode. Inside that we will say stop, and when we say stop, we will basically we have here frame, we have here our live frame. So here we will say if there is a stop, simply we can break our while loop and it will quit our application. So now because we mention like this way, so here I will mention key is equal to CV2 wait key 1, and then this will I remove, and then I will mention if mode is equal to stop. Let's just break our while loop, cap.release cv2.destroy all windows, because we mention here our speech recognition also in while loop, so that one also we want to stop. So let's just say here I will mention where we have our speech recognition listen commands, here we have our while loop. So here I will mention while true. After that, if mode is equal to stop, same way stop. Then we will mention time dot sleep and 0.1, and then we will say, we will print stopping speech recognition, and then we will break our while loop. Done. Now if I save the code, and now we will cross check if our all mode is perfectly working or not. So let's just save the code and let's just start our camera. Yes, here we want to mention colon if mode is equal to stop. That's why there is error. As you can see, this is the error. Simple. So let's just save the code. If I run the code, time.sleep, yes, I think yes. As you can see friends, here also there is a line error. When we mention if, so time will come over here and then this will go here, and then break will, we want to mention also here. If I save the code, if I run the code, if mode stop, I think I forgot to mention here also. If mode is equal to stop, line 160 at the end we forgot to mention if mode colon. That's it. Now there is no error. So friends, as you can see, we started our frame, and then right now there is no detection. Normal
mode started. Right 1. Right 2. Left 1. Left 2. Left 3. Right 3. Left 4. Right 4.
Combine
mode started. Combine 1. Combine 2. Combine mode started. Combine 3. Combine 4. Combine 5.
Stop
Take care and goodbye, sir.
As you can see friends, when we say stop, it just quit our application and done. So friends, this is how with the help of YOLO11 pose estimation we can create our own personal AI voice assistant trainer. I hope you will learn something from this video. We will meet our next video. Till then, thank you, take care, and bye bye.